You like Frostpunk? Then I predict you'll like War Hospital, that puts you in charge of a World War I field hospital.
Patient is cured.
At its core, War Hospital is all about triage and logistics. Your goal is to survive until the deadline, by keeping morale up. Before we get into it, I really want to make it clear that the Steam reviews are misleading. People don't like that the game isn't super polished and it lacks depth, story and gameplay-wise, which I do agree with. However, War Hospital is a very good alternative to Frostpunk and it will captivate you. Just see the game for what it is, a really cool concept translated into a management-heavy game. It's not covering the emotional aspects as well as it could, but that is totally okay since gameplay is challenging and fun. Still, I would agree that it's not worth full price, but get it on sale and you won't regret it. Or win the game key I'm giving away. All you need to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and DM me on any social media platform. If you're not following my socials yet, the links are in the description. The giveaway will end as soon as I finish my playthrough, and I'll raffle the winner on stream. Alright, now that that's sorted, let's get into all things War Hospital. You'll manage the casualty clearing station for incoming wounded, as well as the advanced dressing station for transporting wounded from the battlefield. Patients need treatment, so you'll need to find them a doctor to perform surgery in the operating rooms. If patients survive,
Operation was successful.
the last step will be the rehabilitation center. Or if they don't make it, you might have guessed, last stop is the cemetery. But that's not all. There are a bunch of other buildings you need to manage, like the pharmacy and the engineering bay, where you station engineers to produce medicine and other goods. At the train station, you can order resources in exchange for military drafts. The canteen is only there for you to ration the food. The staff lodgings are giving you an overview of who is doing what where. And the scouting tent is where you can send teams on missions. To get things running, you'll need to assign specific staff to buildings. Medic teams help transport patients from A to B. Nurses increase survivability, and engineers take care of production and upgrades. What makes gameplay interesting is that staff can give you buffs depending on their level up perks, as well as their preferences that are sometimes available. That means you'll have to strategically decide who to place where and at what time. The truth is that you won't have enough staff to cover all stations around the clock.
Doctor is starting a new shift.
So you'll need to prioritize and manage everything, all while staff needs breaks and might collapse if overworked. It's a real balancing act. Once you unlock the shift model though, and have more personnel in your war hospital, things get a bit easier. Just hire more staff, you say? That would be easy if there were enough staff licenses to go around. They are by far the hardest resource to acquire. HQ only hands them out if you do them a favor, which you only get a chance to every now and then through specific missions. What about other resources? Materials for production are delivered automatically with each train arrival. Check the timer on the bottom left. The rest you can acquire through the rehabilitation center.
Sir, patient is cured.
In order to defend your trenches, you'll need to send soldiers back to the front. Do that until the timeline indicates that you're strong. Said timeline also informs you about when to expect the next battle, so be ready for heavy casualty income. Once your defense is taken care of, use recovered soldiers to earn military drafts by sending them to HQ. In case the mood in your hospital could be better, boost morale a bit by relieving soldiers from duty. Now that you know about the basics, I have a very super important note for you. Progress carries over between scenarios, which means everything you do counts. Oh, and one more thing. You can't have new stuff unless you research it. The game won't provide anything for you. It'll just unlock the option for you to unlock stuff. So always find the time and resources to keep researching. It'll let you save more lives. Talking about upgrades. There are 4 different sections and lots to choose from. It is what you would expect. Unlocking facilities, goods production, more staff slots, all kinds of improvements, and so on. You can queue multiple upgrades to be handled at once. But the way it works is that you'll have to assign engineers to the tasks in order for them to progress.
Sir, engineers reach the construction site.
There are also treatment options to research that you get to use in those critical decision moments during surgery. Do you take the risk and save resources, or do you spend more resources to play it safe? In the end, it'll depend on how well stocked you are and if there's a patient overflow. That's a good cue to tell you about War Hospital's emotional layer, which could be a bit thicker, to be honest.
We have wounded soldier.
Each patient card shows some personal details about their lives, but it makes no difference to, frankly, anything. It's very redundant. You also never get to know anything about their injury, only what type of treatment they need. The only info you get is how long the surgery will take, how tiring it is, and what the chances of survival are. You'll often have to decide, do you risk a long, exhausting surgery for someone who might not survive? Or do you deny care to protect resources and morale? It really depends on how many patients are currently in queue. The skull symbol will appear if the patient won't be able to hold on long enough. What to do? Station nurses in the CCS. The more are working, the longer the survival time of patients. To speed things up even more, there's the amputate option, which uses half of everything, but will deem the soldier unfit for duty. Every now and then there are VIP patients you need to make decisions on. That is the only emotional angle that matters, at least a bit. Especially when HQ is pleased and grants you staff licenses. So if there's anything I would change about the game, it's to give the emotional side more importance. And while we're at it, I'd improve the staff overview and the assignments menu. The thing about the level up buffs is that you can't see them when assigning staff. You'll have to look at the staff menu and remember what name goes with what buff. That was a bit inconvenient. Eventually you learn their names though, and I'm just glad you can find the info at any time, just not in the most practical spot. Apart from that, there are some unpolished aspects like bars or text hanging out of windows and patients weirdly standing on operating tables. But that doesn't affect the game experience at all. I just see them as Easter eggs. It was kind of fun to spot them and laugh about it with chat. Last thing you need to know is that the autosave feature overrides itself periodically. So do frequently create manual save states, in case you game over, which can happen faster than you can say, "I love Batman." In a nutshell, see the game for what it is and don't pay full price. There just isn't enough content to justify it. War Hospital may not be a super polished game, but it really does the trick, and it is fun to play for hours on end. I hope my kind of review helped you in your choice about whether or not to give War Hospital a try. Remember, you can win a game key, all info in the description. In case you have questions, pop them in a comment below the video. Or if you just want to hang out, stop by my stream on Kick and YouTube. I'm live almost every day. Bye, Z's. Medical services. I can't read that fast. Honor their memory. Couldn't read it all, but we will honor their memory.